Switzerland, land of rich chocolate, overpriced watches, and polite neutrality.
Wrong. This isn't a country. It is a porcupine made of granite and high explosives.
Napoleon tried. Hitler wanted to. They both looked at this map and felt sick.
See this quaint little bridge? It is rigged to vaporize in 15 minutes, flat. And that cute barn? It's actually a disguised artillery cannon aimed at your face! Invading Switzerland is easy. Leaving Switzerland alive is mathematically impossible. Which is good news, because your life savings are likely hiding behind those cannons. This is the National Redoubt, the most expensive geography lesson in history.
I'm the Witty Analyst. Let's see why the hills are alive with the sound of gunfire.
Geography is the villain here. And trust me, geography does not negotiate.
Pack your skis and your body armor. We are going into the bunker.
When you hear the word neutrality, you probably think of peace treaties and timid diplomats. Since 1815, they promised not to attack neighbors. They never promised not to kill trespassers. They don't have a standing army. The entire male population is the standing army.
Your banker, your baker, your dentist, they all have assault rifles in their coat closets.
Switzerland has the third highest gun ownership on Earth. It is basically Texas with better cheese.
This paranoia is expensive. You pay taxes for schools, they pay taxes for permanent mobilization.
The strategy is called dissuasion. Make the invasion cost more than the country is worth. But guns are just the accessories. The real weapon was built by geology millions of years ago. Let's look at the map. Or, as invaders call it, the blueprint of misery.
God is the architect here, and it appears he really hates invading armies.
The country is a sandwich. The Jura north, the Alps south, and a creamy center of death. First, the Jura Mountains. Huge limestone ridges that act like tank traps made by nature. Try parallel parking a panzer division on a cliff edge. It does not end well.
Past the ridges, you hit the plateau. It looks flat, but it is actually a kill box.
This is where the people live and where the factories are. It is designed to be sacrificed. Because behind it lies the National Redoubt. The Alps. The castle keep that reaches the sky.
There are only a few passes through these walls. We call them highways. The army calls them targets. Geography forces you into narrow tubes, like putting a sausage back into the casing.
Add the Rhine River, a massive, freezing moat that costs billions to bridge and zero to defend.
They even carved air bases inside the mountains. Why park a jet on tarmac when you have a cave?
Half these rocks are fake. They are concrete lids for mortars waiting for a tourist bus.
So the geography channels you, clusters you, and holds you still for the artillery. It is the perfect machine. Assuming, of course, that someone is stupid enough to enter it. Let's play a game. You are a male African-American general. You have 1,000 tanks and a deadline. Your modern tank is 3 meters wide. This road is 7 meters wide. Do the math.
It is not an invasion force. It is the world's most expensive traffic jam.
Idling tanks burn jet fuel like it's free. Your budget is vaporizing while you wait.
One well-placed shell hits the lead tank. Now the convoy is blocked forever.
Google Maps says recalculating. But in the Alps, there is no alternative route.
Your South Asian soldiers are hungry. Your tanks are empty. The invasion has become a camping trip. This is what military strategists call a kill zone. I call it a fishbowl. Send in the jets. The valleys are too narrow. The radar echo is a nightmare.
And then it starts to snow. General Winter does not care about your timeline.
Now you are freezing, broke, and stuck. Welcome to the Swiss hospitality.
This isn't hypothetical. The scariest army in history did this math and quit.
June 1940. Europe is burning. Switzerland is a tiny donut hole in a Nazi empire. Hitler had a plan. Operation Tannenbaum. A Christmas tree he never got to light.
He called the Swiss a pimple on the face of Europe. Gross, but strong branding.
So why didn't the South Asian elderly man pop the pimple? Because the pimple was holding all his gold.
The Arctic route? 7,000 miles. It is a cheat code for physics. Germany needed these tunnels to send coal to Italy. They were the arteries of the war. The Swiss wired every tunnel with explosives. Their foreign policy was... The Wehrmacht ran the numbers. Casualties were projected to be catastrophic.
This is General Gisson. He turned the country into a porcupine that tastes like granite.
He gathered the officers and told them, "We do not surrender! We die in the Alps!"
Germany looked at Russia, then at Switzerland. They chose the bigger target. Big mistake.
It was a simple cost-benefit analysis. The cost was blood. The benefit was...
Fondue?
They survived not by being nice, but by being indigestible. But the real genius wasn't just the borders. It was what they built inside the mountains. Here is the twist. The plan wasn't to defend the borders. It was to abandon them. If the Germans invaded, the army leaves the cities. Sorry, Zurich, you are on your own. They retreat here, the National Redoubt, the ultimate panic room for an entire army. They hollowed out the mountains like a block of Emmental cheese. Holes everywhere. Inside, hospitals, bakeries, dorms. A civilization buried under a mile of granite.
Imagine a South Asian woman hiking a trail and a fighter jet launches out of a fake farmhouse next to her.
And naturally, the gold is in there too. Priorities, people, priorities.
The enemy gets the empty cities. The Swiss get the mountains and the guns.
Today, you can tour these bunkers, buy a ticket, see where WW3 almost happened.
But hiding wasn't the only trick. They also prepared to burn the whole house down. Over 3,000 bridges, tunnels, and runways were permanently rigged with TNT. That historic wooden bridge. Until 2014, it was basically a bomb with a roof. You paid $200 for a ski pass to drive over a literal landmine. Enjoy your holiday.
The goal? Turn the crossroads of Europe into a dead end, instantaneously.
They also built these concrete spikes. We call them the Forbidden Toblerone. Miles of tank traps, not to stop the tanks, but to funnel them into the kill zones.
They say they removed the explosives recently. The Cold War is over, right?
Or maybe they just upgraded to wireless detonators. I wouldn't bet my tank on it.
Paranoia is a feature, not a bug. They prepare for the apocalypse every Tuesday.
But mountains can't stop a virus, or a cyber attack, or a collapsing euro.
The tanks are gone. The new invaders are hackers. And granite cannot stop a Wi-Fi signal. So they adapted. They filled the ammo bunkers with server racks. Fort Knox for data.
Your gold is there. Now your Bitcoin is there too. Buried deeper than your conscience. The lesson. Geography is destiny. And if you have enough mountains, you don't need friends. The world is chaotic. Your wallet is vulnerable. You need a map to survive the mess. Subscribe to the Witty Analyst. We read the terrain so you don't get ambushed.
I'm gonna eat this Toblerone now. It tastes like neutrality and high explosives.